Hello, folks, and welcome to Fey Earth, an indie TTRPG set in an alternate 19th century Earth where all the creatures from folklore and fairy tale are real, have always been real, and live alongside humanity. My name is Neil Byrne. I am the creator, designer, whatever. I am Fey Earth. I am Fey Earth. Welcome to our stream tonight. Our game is set in the year 1872. In France, but of course it is an alternate 1872. There was a war last year, 1871. Prussia and France, that hated each other historically, decided to ally themselves and attack the Fey nation of Arcadia, nestled between the two of them. The king had died after over 800 years of rule, and when his son took the throne, Otto von Bismarck thought this is a chance they might be vulnerable and convinced Emperor Napoleon the second, I believe it was, to attack. There was a long and bloody war with casualties on both sides, but the Fae ultimately were victorious. Our heroes have been traveling around for several months now, acting in some ways as intermediaries between humans and Fae, helping out humans with different things, uncovered a messed up human experimentation plot, and are currently back in Paris. We are down a player tonight, the wonderful Safia, who plays Farouz, who had actually just recently joined our game, unfortunately not able to make it tonight due to family commitments. But she'll hopefully be with us again very soon. So, without further ado, let us have one of our players give us a recap of our last session.
I can do that. So last session, the party ended up in Paris, and one of the first point of calls was to go to the wonderful, wonderful Madame, who's rather fond of Gwen. And we all decided to go a bit mad with our recent spoils, go shopping. I know Aminata spent quite a bit when I look back at what I bought. And we got to meet a new, I suppose, assistant in the shop. Their name is Farouz, and we will be doing another job for the madam where we'll be going to, I think, a goblin artificer's house where people sometimes go in there. Usually when they come out with really cool stuff, but it's not always like so straightforward. So we're being sent in there to get some goodies, and we actually decided to talk about our payment instead of just taking it blindly, and we managed to get a decent enough deal where we get to keep some of the items that we retrieve so we can sell them on later, but Madam gets to get first pick. And yeah, and then there was also like, I was about to say a family dinner. There was also like a dinner at Aminata's parents' house, and then after that,
becoming family.
True. We're well gassed up with copious amounts of drink and food, probably, and we actually just decided to go and scope out this house, but instead we decided to just go on in. So yeah.
Right, so that is 1d8 inspiration die for you, Aminata, to use at any stage in the game. Do not forget it, although you're actually quite good at remembering that.
Yeah.
So
there wasn't a need for it last week.
There wasn't actually, no. So having gotten to the front door of this artificer's home, a goblin who went by the name of Filou, which is the French for trickster, and had been living in Paris for quite some time, but left the city about 30 odd years ago. While you were trying to make your way through the garden in the front of his house, being attacked by bloodthirsty rose briars, you were still seeing the house shifting and changing in shape as it does, very strangely, okay? But you've gotten to the front door of the house. It's the one part of the house, well, two parts of the house that are fixed and didn't seem to change. The other with the crooked chimney that looks like it's about to fall off the ceiling of the roof of the building. So you are at the front door. There are two like lamps on either side, flickering with at first glance you think they're candles, but when you look again, you realize no, they're a magical flame inside, illuminating, in the way that somebody might have lamps on in their patio or porch, to illuminate the front door. What would we like to do?
Is it possible for Gwyn's locate person spell, say if I touched the wall of the house, so that's something belonging to the goblin, and then poured out the iron filings on the paper, would it work to locate his position?
You don't know. You have no idea. And you have never cast this spell on a fey creature.
True. I think Gwyn is going to give it a go. So I will sit myself down, fluff up my skirts, touch the wall of the house, and pull out a piece of parchment from my goblin purse,
yes,
along with some iron filings, and start to chant as I pour the iron filings onto the parchment to see if I can locate the goblin.
So deduct your mana, and yep, you cast the spell, and it's strange, you know. Not that you have used it in this way before, but you do know that if somebody was dead, the spell just wouldn't work. The spell appears to be beginning to work. You see the iron filings begin to move, but they move and they form a swirling pattern. They're not forming a map that would indicate a location or a presence. It's a constantly turning and swirling pattern that the iron filings are taking, and your pendulum starts to spin wildly over them. You do not know what this means, but
Fey realm.
Yeah.
Something's interfering. It could be the magic on the house itself, or the goblin could be in the Fey realm, or it could be because he's a Fey creature. It may not work.
You don't know, yeah, you have no idea. So,
if he is not in this realm at all, then the spell would not work, I assume.
You would assume. You would assume.
Whereas if he was dead, it would just fail and nothing would happen at all.
The spell wouldn't even start.
Yeah, or he could be cloaking himself with some kind of magic.
Absolutely, he could be.
True.
You can use magics to cloak yourself and protect you from scrying.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it half-working means. So sorry, I can't.
It means he's alive, and it means he might be around.
Which doesn't really bode well for us going into his home.
I hope he wouldn't take offense if he is still in there, that we are essentially...
But I'm sure you love to meet new people, I am sure, yeah?
Yeah, and give them peace offerings.
We can certainly try.
How much wine have you got left, Vin?
Not the wine.
I'm joking.
That is a very good question.
I am joking. I would not suggest poisoning the goblin.
Mina is gonna look horrified at you.
I have one poison
it's
wine
like
left.
So
I'm just
he's looking at you with huge eyes, like, "What the? Why would you even say such a thing, even in jest? You know what she's like." She's not saying that, but that's the way she looks at you.
Mina?
No, I was going to say, Mina is going to, here you go.
What are you doing?
Say like, well, maybe it's not. Let's find out. And she's going to step forward and knock.
Aminata is going to try.
Is there a brass knocker or something? She
yes,
can go.
There is. And it's a brass. It's a brass knocker in the shape of like a gargoyle's type mouth, with the ring being held in the mouth.
The teeth. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. So I'm just going to go baff, baff, baff.
Aminata is going to want to detect traps and secrets.
She's going to give another
You
hiccup.
do that while Mina's already knocking on the door.
Listen, it's better late than never.
I'm going to assume the traps are magical anyways. So.
If I can find my dice, that would be amazing. Downside to tidying up.
Oh, it's the worst thing you could ever do. I definitely do not recommend it.
Oh no.
Just use a dice roller.
Yeah, every time I tidy up, I can't find anything. But in the biggest mess, I can find everything I need. I don't know what the story is with that.
I remember working in an office that had a strict tidy desk policy, and the solicitor came storming in and was like, "I need this file." And I'm like, I was on the computer and I didn't even look, but I just put my hand out into the pile of files and was like, "Here you go," and just went back to work. And it was just like, I know where everything is. It's fine.
So I'd be using my awareness keen eyes.
Yes,
so that is going to be a +5.
And the detect trap skill.
Yeah, so that is a
+9, isn't it?
No, my awareness and keen eyes, that's only a 3 at the moment. And with the detect trap skill, that is, I thought that was only a +2.
Oh, it is only a +2. Sorry, I thought it was +4. Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, so +5, so I get 16.
Okay, yeah, you don't detect any traps. Mina's knocking on... You're like, wait, trying to like check, and Mina knocks on the door.
Mina doesn't care.
The door knocker blinks at you.
Bonjour.
And
Hello.
the door swings open.
There you go. I knocked the door open. We are welcome.
Aminata.
So polite.
You're welcome.
Oh, Aminata is going to... Aminata's getting a very bad feeling about all this. And they're going to like try and talk to the door. Because also they are slightly greased up. So yeah, I'm going to try and wordsmith the door and just say, bonjour, we've heard some wonderful stories about this home and the treasures within. I apologize for the very rude intrusion. And like the words are just gonna peter out because how do you say I'm here to like pillage your house?
I don't know. How do you say I'm here to pillage your house?
I will, well, myself and my friends will try to be as respectful as possible, and
we're on a rescue mission, of course, for the goblin's well-being. It's a well-being check. Nothing to do with taking things.
Aminata?
Mina's gonna look between the two of you and going like, why are you two talking to a door?
Aminata, you can give me
kind of
charm, persuasion, and you can also add... I'm going to be really generous here and say you can add your conversation as well as your wordsmith. So that's a pretty nice bonus. That becomes a +6, 8, +9 bonus. Gwyn, give me a deception roll, please.
Okay. Chronic single-digit roller here.
+9 bonus. That will be a 26.
I am a... Okay, can I add... What can I add? Oh god, I rolled a 3. Can I add my conversation list?
No, but you can use one of your luck points from your rabbit's foot amulet if you wanted to re-roll an ability check.
I will, because it couldn't be worse than a 3. Well, 18.
Okay, right.
Okay.
All right. So this is what happens to both of you at the same time.
Oh,
the door knocker goes to you both. Look, and its eyes are moving. So its eyes are moving and looking at you. Go as he tries to speak, with a ring in his mouth, completely mumbled.
Aminata is going to reach forward and
us going
pick up
in.
the
Let's
ring.
go.
Well, no, it's set in his mouth. You can't pull it out.
You can't pull it out.
No.
I
can you give us a sign?
Mina, are you going in while they're having this conversation?
Oh yeah, Mina.
Okay.
And Sylvia is also going to go in because she's not going to leave.
Feruz will go in as well while they're talking to the door. What's Polina doing? Or what's Justine doing?
Justine was just standing there awkwardly looking at them talking to the door, and then when the door started kind of looking at them, she would just be like, hello. And when the door tries to reply back, she'd be like, are you okay? Do you need any help? Can we save you?
The door is looking confused. So Sylvia, Mina, you find yourselves in a hallway. It's a very long hallway. It's about 20 meters long, and it's somewhere maybe about a meter and a half, not quite 2 meters wide. Okay, there are pedestals lining the hallway. Okay, atop each pedestal sits a large, very expensive, very lovely looking jewel. You can see diamonds, sapphires, rubies, topaz, jade, aquamarine. As I said, many different, very expensive, very large gems just sitting on pedestals, being showcased, and a door at the other end.
Mina's just gonna turn around, shout to the others, "Come on, there is lots of expensive shit in here."
Yeah, I don't think that we should touch any of the jewels on the pedestal.
No, we're not going to touch anything. Welfare check, and Gwyn kind of just pats the gremlin door handle gargoyle thing as she walks in. Welfare check.
Nice.
Oh, je suis désolée. Amanada is going to look so conflicted and go in as well. Oh my god! And also second, do not touch any of the gems.
You see, she's just going to linger by the door for a second, and before going in, she's just going to gently pat the gargoyle thing on the head and just walk in.
Okay, so can we just walk to the door?
He's continuing down the hallway, ignoring the very, very expensive gems.
Oh yeah.
Gwyn is tempted, but behaves herself.
They'll probably turn into like a pile of shit as soon as we bring them out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I assumed it was going to be like something with fire and spikes and death.
Who knows?
It's always fire.
So
there will be fire.
You're here, so of course there'll be fire.
A bag of sand, approximately the same weight as any of these gems. No. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Right. So you do get to the other end. Okay, out of the hallway. The door there. This is a door. What do you want to do?
Detect.
Yes.
Before anyone starts bursting through doors.
Oh, I absolutely Sylvia healthily endorses the checking for traps.
Nice. Okay, so that is.
Is that nat 20? What'd you get?
It wasn't like it wasn't nat 20. So that is what. That
First
would
one.
be a 25.
Nice.
You do not detect any traps.
What about secrets?
You
rolled a nat 20 in fairness.
So you say that you don't detect any traps, yeah?
It's a door.
Yeah, but you rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, you don't detect anything that's a door.
Yeah,
you relate that to the party.
They rolled a nat 20.
I'll relay to the party, and I'll just take a step back and say, Mina.
Okay, as soon as she says like that, there is no time. I'm like, Grant.
She is called Tiny Tank for a reason.
Exactly.
But she's totally giving me golden retriever energy right now. It's amazing, and I love it.
Can we go?
Just so happy to be here.
Take it away.
So, do we open the door and go in?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Pistol. I'm not gonna.
Mina does like it. What's the worst that can happen?
So, you open the door, and as you step, so it's kind of, you open the door and you can see what looks to be a dimly lit room. Okay, as you step through the door, crossing the threshold into the room, you feel this weird kind of, almost like a split second of vertigo, and then your vision clears. All right, and you find yourself in a very strange looking room. It's about maybe 5 meters ish square. It looks like almost like a lab or an apothecary's workshop, you know. You see in the center there is a small cauldron over a little fire, and on the tables around you see numerous vials of strange dried herbs, objects, and liquids. There's a potion as well near that gives off this strong rotted odor, and this is like on the desk. It's like the bottle is open, okay, and the only other thing that you see is a piece of half burnt, drop stained parchment that reads, "For hapless wanderers, tricks and treats await." And I will copy this into the Twitch chat for us as well. "For hapless wanderers, tricks and treats await. A potion must be conjured for you to pass beyond this gate. First comes the armor of a worm of fire, No more than 3 do I desire. Second, a treat most foul I'll consume. 6 buttered fingers to pass beyond this room. Third comes the most hallowed window to the soul, and only one must go into the pot go. Lastly, 6 legs from those who usually have 8 into the cauldron, and then a short wait. So, as I said, there is a door up in front of you. As well, and I've just copied that into the Twitch chat for people, so you can all read it. So I mean, there's this cauldron, there's a door. You can just and if you want to, like, by the way, this is what you immediately saw. You can also search the room as well.
Okay.
So any room that you describe, you can also search it, obviously, to see if you find other stuff.
Well,
Okay.
firstly, the thing that jumps out to me is lastly 6 legs from those who have 8.
Apologies, I forgot to also include there are some of the objects that are on the tables. Okay, so there's an assortment of bones, there's some rat's tails, there's some dried herbs, there's scales, large reptilian scales. There's a jar of eyes, a box of dried spiders, some turtle shells, some shriveled claws, some various pungent-smelling herbs, and there's like there does actually look like a small rancid bowl of butter as well.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Well, the windows to the soul, I suppose, are the eyes. I mean,
the armor possibly is the scales.
And the
You
6
see?
legs would be from spider.
Can you also copy it in the chat where we're having a call now? Because I wasn't logged into the Twitch channel and I don't see it.
Okay, just give me 1 minute.
If that's okay.
I've got it.
Or read it out again, and I'll, because you said you're going to copy it, so I didn't write it down.
I can. Oh, have you just copied it? Okay, cool. So.
I mean, I assume the eyes are obviously the windows to the soul. The worm of a worm of fire is the scales, probably a dragon scale.
Sylvia, do you want to give me an awareness roll? Sylvia, do you want to give me an awareness roll, Sylvia?
Okay, yeah. Well, that's 18 or 13. Can't. Oh, so that's a 14.
They could be dragon scales.
Yeah, well, I assumed.
Language could be.
With that roll, as the one person in the party who has actually seen a dragon in real life, they could be dragon scales. With that roll.
Yes.
Okay,
No,
ladies, come gather around the cauldron here. So I think we have to make a potion.
All right.
And so it looks like the worm of fire, I'm assuming, are the scales. So
No more than 3. So we take 3 as the scales.
3.
Put them into the cauldron.
The 6 legs from a spider.
No, second, the treat most foul.
6 buttered fingers.
So treat most foul, maybe the
treat most foul. I will consume 6 buttered fingers to pass beyond this room, and there are collections of bones, and there is a bowl of rancid butter.
Ooh, okay. So
we'll butter up the bones, but first we need to
identify finger bones, though.
Yeah.
So sorry. What are the objects again?
On the table there is where are we? An assortment of bones, rat's tails, dried herbs, scales, a jar of eyes, a box of dried spiders, some turtle shells, some shriveled claws. You're not sure what the claws are from. And then a few more pungent herbs, a bowl of rancid oil. Oh, sorry, not oil, butter. And there's a bottle that has like a dirty kind of oil in it as well.
Okay, so we need to make sure that we put them in the correct order.
Let's go as it says in the note.
So third comes the most hallowed window to the soul. So the third should be eyes.
Yeah.
So what's the second would be?
Sorry, it was most hallowed window to the soul, and only one.
And only one.
Yeah.
One eye.
And then lastly, 6 legs from those who usually have 8.
So 6 spider
6 legs from the spider.
Into the cauldron and a short wait.
Yeah.
Isn't this lovely? Bonding around a cauldron. It reminds me of home.
No.
Gwen is so in her element, and Amanada is going to notice this and be like, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Sylvia's not used to brewing with so many people because the only other person she'd really brewed with, well, the only people were Aisha and then also.
So does somebody wants to give me this can be either an awareness roll or an intellect roll to see if you can identify which of the bones amongst the collection might be metatarsals. Yes?
I think I can do it because I have a high intellect and I also have research.
And you also have science, so I'm going to allow you to add that. I'll allow your +2 for science. If anybody had bushcraft, I'd maybe allow it 2.
I have a 2 in bushcraft, but it's probably not higher.
So I've rolled 15. That's +4 to intellect. That's going to be 19.
+2.
+2, so that's 21.
Yeah, so you easily identify which bones are finger bones, which bones are bones of the feet, and then there's a few other small bones that look like they're like animal bones. Like you recognize, oh, these are human finger bones, you know.
So we just need to make sure that we get the order correct.
Yeah.
So
second to treat most foul, I'll consume 6 buttered fingers to pass beyond this room. So we probably need to dip those lovely bones into the butter.
Into the butter. So we will do that.
Other six finger bones?
Oh yes, it is more than 6.
We'll just use 6.
Perfect. Justine is going to kind of go through them and make sure that she finds like the kind of the last phalanx if they're there.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
And then the next bit was third comes the most hallowed window to the soul, and only one.
So only one of the eyes.
Mm-hmm. And yet again, they look like they could be human eyes. You're not sure.
Yeah, we're not going to ask where they came from. This is fine.
And lastly, 6 legs from those who usually have 8.
So 6 dried spider legs.
Okay. And then a short wait. So as you put the last of the spider legs into the cauldron, and there was some liquid in it, it immediately starts to bubble and boil and looks like it's brewing. So what do you want to do while you're waiting?
So you have made your first potion, Aminata. How do you feel?
Well, it's
pretty weird, to be honest with you. I hope that's not the stuff that goes into these healing tinctures, because stuff is a bit disgusting.
We use herbs.
Now, in my mind, Mina is still holding a wine glass, and
from where did you bring the wine glass from?
No,
it was in her goblin purse.
Yeah, you have great wine, by the way, Aminata. I honestly hope this is not what goes into those healing tinctures, because that is absolutely gross.
Not in Sylvia's, anyway.
So, as I said, what else did you just want to do while you're waiting?
Amanada is definitely going to be having a look because
around the room.
Oh yeah, around the room, not touching anything, not picking up anything.
Okay,
well,
just give me an awareness roll.
I would like to do that as well.
Sure. Anybody who wants to give me awareness, keen eyes?
That's a 21.
Okay, cool.
Can Gwen have a look around for any items that might be useful for her ritual spells in the future, possibly?
Was that you got a 9? Okay, yeah, absolutely, Gwen.
17.
That is a straight 16, and will I add my awareness?
Awareness, yes.
I got a 14.
17.
Yeah, Justine is just too preoccupied by like battered fingers, I think. Just
Gwen feels incredibly homesick right now.
I will say this: the bones that you see, you're pretty sure some of those bones might be useful. There's a number of spells that witches use that use various different animal bones, as the component. So you're like they alone, you're pretty sure that they could be useful. Okay,
Excellent.
and Aminata, you got a 21, yes?
Yeah.
So while you're looking around, one thing that you do spot that kind of stands out a little bit is you spot, first of all, 5 off and one little table off to the side, and these things are together. Okay, apologies. You spot these 5 pieces of amber. They're really, really lovely pieces of amber, very, very fine, large, clear cut. The kind of thing that would be expensive that jewelers would use in making fine jewelry, okay? And as I said, there is 5 of them. And then beside that 5 pieces of amber on the same table, you see a scabbard for a sword. It's completely empty, but it is exquisitely made of the finest leather with intricate tooling. There is a wonderfully beautiful silver collar and chap with decorative engraving on it as well. However, there is no blade.
Aminata is going to just go, ooh, the shiny and the pointy, and they're probably going to lose themselves a little bit, and and they're gonna pick up the amber and the scabbard.
Okay, right.
We should try and find the knife, I suppose.
Oh no, this is for a sword, not a. This isn't the sheath. This is for a sword.
Sword.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, I mean.
I know the sword. I know the sword sounds super sus, but it is gorgeous.
So as you come back to them, you guys see that the bubbling is kind of, getting stronger, but it's not like the whole thing is bubbling. It's like the bubbling is moving towards the center of the fluid, getting higher and higher, and then there's a sudden puff of purplish smoke, and it settles down. Now,
Nina is transfixed with that. Fascinated.
What are you going to do?
Are there any doors?
There is a door opposite, yes.
There's a door opposite.
Now,
I'm gonna look at you and go, is that it? Is that all that's gonna happen here?
No, nobody has gone near the other door now, but there is a door on the opposite side of the door.
Okay, how big is the cauldron?
Small little cauldron.
Okay, so is it big enough to like pick up and bring over to the door?
Okay, are there any glass vials or anything around? Because it is a potion, and potions are ingested.
There's like a ladle.
Okay, Aminata is going to start ladling up and say, it did say that we needed these potions to be conjured. I'm not sure if we need to ingest them themselves, but it's, maybe.
These are ingest them or like rub them on the frame.
We should be careful. Yeah, we
also
may be able to splash it on the door. Perhaps we should try that first.
Yeah, I think it is much safer because if we don't have to drink this, I would rather not. I mean, if we have to, I think that we should. But if smearing it on the door,
you're actually suggesting for us to drink this shit.
No, I'm just saying that usually potions are ingested, so we might need to. I just think we should put them in some vials, bring it to the door, and then see what other instructions we'll be getting.
They can be topical as well.
Hopefully.
I think hopefully
just the thought of it.
So
I think we should go in tiers, so we can try and rub it on the door, then we can try and apply it topically, and then last maybe ingest it.
Right, well, who's doing what first?
No.
Okay, Sylvia's going to rub it on the door frame first.
You go up to the door and you get about you get about a half a meter from the door and you suddenly walk into an invisible barrier.
So Gwen will cover her hands with it and walk up as well.
You also feel this barrier. Do you want to try and push against it?
Aminata's going to knock it back. Just fucking knock it back.
Knock it back. And do you walk to the door?
Yep, and I walk to the door.
You walk to the door, no problem.
All right.
Right away, Aminata. It tastes absolutely disgusting. It is vile.
Aminata's not going to flinch, though. Can I roll for that?
Yeah, sure. That will be resolve willpower.
Excuse me for a second while I go throw up in the other room. This is disgusting.
Resolve. So that is
I'm going to assume
17.
Yeah, you think you kind of held it in, but yeah. So I'm not as got up
I'm
to the
going
door.
to assume. I'm going to assume that it's not worse than the crap that Ulrich used to brew in like when we were like, you know, long term on campaign. So I'm just gonna.
And I'll go back. Okay.
Amanada is also going to get some backup files of it, just in case. Just in case, you never know.
So this is the thing. There's only just barely enough for each member of the party.
Oh, for this.
Yes.
6 of this. Okay.
There's barely enough for all 6 of you. So, does everybody drink their vial?
Yeah.
So you drink your vial and you get to the door. What are you doing?
I assume up this shit.
I assume that Anki is fine, right?
Anki is fine. He's fine.
No, I don't want to have to feed this to the baby.
So,
Not the little Anki. Anki, for the audience, is our pet fairy dragon.
Yes. Justine's
Every
fairy
single
dragon
one of
familiar.
us would lay down our lives for Anki.
Absolutely. Disgusting. Like.
Absolutely.
Anklagan the Great, a beautiful black fairy dragon the size of a domestic cat. So, so you get. Are we going through the store?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
You go through the door. As the door opens, just like before, it's dimly lit, and as you pass through the threshold, you get this weird, brief moment of vertigo. And you find yourself suddenly in a fine library filled to the top of a 4 meter high ceiling with hundreds, if not thousands of books. This is a vast room. As in, how the hell could a room this big fit into a house that's not that big? This is a library that would rival any library of any noble house.
I have a question about the previous room.
Yes, Sylvia?
Was that was the apothecary that we could see from outside that was moving around?
You don't know.
No, but we saw it like so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me an intellect roll to see how.
There could be multiples. We don't know.
Oh, I only got a 13.
You don't know. So it's quite a vast, fine library.
Amanada is going to seeing how big this library is, just like turn on the spot and just look Justine in the face and say, I think this room was made just for you.
Justine just not going to say anything. Like you lost her here. She's just like in awe, absolutely, completely in awe. If there was like a trap for Justine, that's it. Absolutely, like
what like going up to look at some of the the spines. I mean, are there?
They're in all manner of different languages. Some appear to be written in Sylvan, some in French, some in German. Some appear to look like they might be written in Greek.
Okay.
And then other, you're assuming Fey languages you do not recognize.
Okay.
Do you want to take one of the books down and have a proper look?
Justine is just going to do that. She's just going to take one of those books.
Take one of the books.
That, let's say, one of the languages she sort of understands. Yeah. Maybe Latin or I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. So you go, you reach for a book that appears to have Latin on it, and as you pull the book off the shelf and you go to open it up, it suddenly comes to life and snaps at your hand. I need you to give me Dex quick reflexes.
15.
Okay, the book has clamped down on your hand. You have not taken any damage, but you are pulling and pulling, and you can't get the book off your hand.
Oh my god!
You bastard! You betrayed me! How could you?
Gwyn immediately conjures a very threatening-looking little fireball in her hand.
Oh my god, we're in a library, seriously.
Exactly.
Amanada is going to try and talk to the book.
Mina is going up.
What's Mina going to do?
She's going to stroke the spine.
True.
Yeah, sweet talk the book.
It has no effect.
Nerd. Does the fire have any effect?
No.
I'm just kind of threatening it, you know.
No.
Okay. Is Justine in pain?
It's like you're not screaming out, but this is tight, and it feels like it's getting tighter and tighter.
Justine,
Okay.
maybe try not to. I know this is going to be very difficult. Try not to pull your hand out. It might be a case of the more you struggle, the stronger it claps on. We need to
But
look
the
around
spell
the room
magic
for.
Maybe the spell magic would work.
Yeah, but can I do it with
You
my hands
can,
tied
but
up?
Ferus goes, well, I can try if you wish.
Please.
Okay. So she goes and she's like, she expends some mana, and you can tell. Oh, I had number lock off. She blasts it with a spell, and it's like, and she's like, oh, that was. I just expended quite a considerable amount of energy, and it had no effect.
Okay, so it might actually, these books might be living creatures.
Okay, Wand of Blasting comes out. I'm gonna
Oh
zap it.
no!
I'm gonna zap it. Just this one book. I'm gonna zap it.
One of the other
Okay.
books retaliate.
Give me a magic
You
roll.
You're gonna burn her hand.
Give me a magic roll.
That's my D20, right?
Yes, and add your magic score.
That was a nat 20.
Okay. So this is what happens. Roll damage for me, please.
Same again, 20.
No, your normal damage for your Wand of Blasting.
Okay, sorry, apologies. 2 seconds. Wand of Blasting
Is it D6, is it? Or D4? I can't remember.
D4. A number of D4 equal to my magic score. Okay, which is 5. 5d4.
By the way, Justine is just like legitimately offended. She's more offended than she's scared because she's never been betrayed by books before. Like that's a serious one.
So I'm gonna say you did misread the spell. It doesn't matter for the purpose of what happens. You because it was 1d4 to a maximum d4 is equal to your magic. Okay, not straight up. Okay, but nonetheless, you send a blast of negative necrotic energy at the book, burning a hole through it and missing Justine's hand by centimeters. But the book has not released its grip.
You're kidding. Oh, Jesus. It's now your pet.
Okay, lady. Okay.
Amanada's
gonna look around.
Yes.
Amanada's also gonna look around to see if there's
if there's a password or anything.
Give me awareness rolls. Give me awareness rolls. Actually, password. You just your hand is pinned by this book. You can move around if you want.
Perfect.
Right.
Can I?
Oh yeah, no, I saw you shit. I rolled a 1.
18.
So I'll say with that 18, you spot 2 things. You spot a very, very large, very fine-looking book. It looks slightly different to the others, and it's set on a table. Okay, and you also spot beside that a quite beautiful-looking pen, but it's an old-fashioned style medieval quill. But instead of being made of a feather, it's made of solid silver.
Ooh.
All right. Now, when you look at the book, on the front of the book, it's in Sylvan on the front of the book.
I can read Sylvan.
You can read Sylvan, and the book says, hold on, it says Tome of the Sage.
Okay,
this is one of those. I'm pretty sure this is one of those magical books. If you read it, it'll permanently increase your intelligence by 1.
I'm not going to just open the book to see if this is something that will be helpful.
So you open the book and it appears, so it's, first of all, it doesn't bite your hand. Okay.
Good.
So that's the first thing, okay? And looking through it, you see that it appears to be a treatise on the power of will and mental resolve, and it almost seems it reads like a philosophy book. Okay.
Oh, I think this is a book that increases your resolve by one.
So, it reminds you a little bit, because you were not the best student, but it reminds you a little bit of some vaguely reminds you writings that you would have heard from the Stoics of ancient Rome.
Can we soon take a look at it as well? Because
absolutely,
I have research and memory and reading as well, so maybe that will help.
Yeah.
No, this is a book that you need to kind of read.
Give me, if you want to just give me intellect and arcane lore.
I don't have arcane lore, but I do have arcane lore. Sorry.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. You have a +2 in arcane lore.
Not 20, my dear. So
okay,
+4 intellect.
You are like, you have heard of these before. These are exceptionally rare, legendary, magical items. Okay, you've heard of. There's not many of them. Okay, but a book like this, The Tome of the Sage, if you were to spend, it would take you approximately 100 hours to read it, and if you did. And you have to read it over a period of 7 days. You can't just be flicking over. You need to sit down, focus, and study, okay? After you have read this book, your resolve is permanently increased by +1. And once this has been read, the enchantment fades for a period of 100 cycles of the moon.
You seem to be like, I need it. I need this book.
Well,
someone grab this book for me.
Well,
Adam was already reading it.
It would actually
probably
yes, it would. You resolve now, not intellect, and
so it's a book that would be best for either Sylvia or Gwen because like we have high resolve.
Well, no, it's not just that. Resolve is one of your primary ability scores for your magic. So
yeah, no, that's what I mean. It would be one that either one of us should take, or else like
I mean,
because.
A +1 to resolve is useful to anybody, but it is directly applicable to our druid and our witch because it's one of your casting ability scores.
You seem to be like, yeah, that's fair.
An intellect one will 100% go to you, and I will cut the hands off anybody else.
You just loves books, like you can't. Whatever book it is, she just loves it. I think she's just even fine with like having like a pet book on her hand. Like it's a bit inconvenient, but she'd be like, "Yeah, it's a book. We're fine. We're cool."
Amanada is going to leave the book and say, "Ladies, if you want," and continue looking around to see if I can get this pet book off Justine's hand because I am very concerned.
I think we should take the Tome of the Sage.
Oh,
yeah, that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said you were putting it back.
No, it's for one of you. I'm not going to.
It's up to you. Take it.
I'm not your pack mule.
Well, hold on. We have some goblin purses in the party, so you know.
Yeah.
Who's carrying?
What about the quill? What about the quill?
The quill.
No, I openly take the book and put the quill in. There you go. Like, oh, by the way, if you want to put your sword stuff in here as well, there, chuck it in if you want.
So everything's
good. You need to find the sword that goes with scabbard.
So
exactly.
Anyway, what are we going to do about this book that's currently clamped down on Justine's hand?
I'm looking around for like clues as to how we can like.
You're not finding any.
I don't know
nothing at all.
No.
Can we use the quill to kind of get under and then for leverage? Can we use? Is there something we can use for leverage to kind of pry the book?
Mina's halberd.
Maybe.
Well,
just talk to it. Just tell it in Latin to open.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to talk to the book, and people laughed at me.
There was when you tried to talk to the book, it had no effect.
Well, okay, you know what? No one.
Like, what language did you say? Maybe say in Latin to open.
What language is this book in?
Latin.
Do we know?
Latin.
Justine, you know Latin?
Yeah, I do know Latin.
Yes.
Speak
I actually don't know Latin, but Justine does. I did study Latin, but do I remember anything? Fuck no. Like our teacher was a native speaker. Like she would forget what room we were in, so I didn't learn much Latin.
Okay.
And yeah, Justine would just try to like speak some Latin with the book. Just gently ask it to open.
Give me a charm roll.
Oh, I'm going to pass Justine my rabbit's foot amulet before she does, so you get a re-roll if it's terrible.
That's the second use of that now.
It is.
And
This
it's only...
is an emergency.
Is it 2 per short rest or long rest? I can't remember.
Do we do short
And what did you get? No, you haven't done that yet. Justine?
12.
You can
Plus
re-roll.
1, 13.
You could re-roll if you want.
Can Aminata try and coach Justine?
No, you can re-roll if you want.
I'll re-roll. I'll try. No, we'll go with 13.
It's per short rest.
Oh, that's a relief.
So, right.
Now, I only know the church prayer, so I can't really tell it to
Anybody want to try anything else? So far, you have tried to talk to it. Gwyn has tried to blast it with his stuff.
Just tell it the Lord's Prayer in Latin. I don't know. I don't know anything.
I would like to tickle the book with the quill.
Yeah.
Well, the quill is made of silver. It's like, it looks like a feather quill, but it's made of solid silver. No, but it looks like one.
Try and rub the book with the quill. Anything at this point. Aminata is like borderline, just kind of looking to carve up this book now. So, yeah, try and like rub all on the book and be like, please, with the quill, anything at this point.
I might try, just like, this is a long shot and it may not work, but it's worth a try. I'm going to cast Spark Skin on Justine and see, does that have any effect?
The spell works as normal, including over her hand, but it has no impact on her hand being clamped onto by this book.
Okay.
Can Anklegon just nibble on it and taste it and see?
He's trying, and he kind of spits out a bit he doesn't like to taste.
Yeah. Does it taste like a book to him? Does it taste like a regular book?
Tastes like moldy, dusty old paper.
Okay.
Gotcha. Justine is not really worried. She's like, yeah, it's inconvenient, but I'm sure magic will wear off as soon as we're out, or we'll go to like Madame Gaultier and she'll be able to do something. So she's very much like,
This will, however, impede your ability to use magic because you are restricted.
Yeah, which is no good.
True. What else is in the room? It's just,
I don't think you have any training in the restricted caster skill. So then, yeah, you would need to be giving me rolls just to cast a spell.
Okay.
Hey, but you know what? If you don't release her, I'm gonna punch you.
Do you want to punch the book? Mina?
Does it do anything when
do
I
you
threaten it with a
No.
punch?
Do you want to punch the book?
Oh god.
Yeah, I'll punch the book.
Oh,
Okay.
just be careful.
Give me an attack.
Well, you know what? The one last
Punch is still better than bloody fire.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Yes. That is an 11 plus 6 is a 17.
Okay, so you are a pugilist, so you actually do a fair bit of damage with your... so it's 1d8 plus 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, 4, 7.
Okay, so you punch the book, and it moves ever so slightly. You do feel this, Justine. It moves ever so slightly. You budge it just a tiniest little bit, but it's still clamped on. But you're like, okay, that actually...
Did it move a bit?
Just a tiny bit.
I punch it again.
Do you want to punch it, or you just want to try and grab it and yank it off?
Yeah, I'll grab it and try to grab it right and yank it off. Yeah.
Give me a fortitude roll, please. And you can add your might to this.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, come on, Mama needs a good one. Come on. Okay, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Okay, you grab the book in two hands, and with a mighty shove, kind of pushing putting a foot against Justine's belly, you wrench back, and the book comes flying off Justine's hand.
And I fall on my ass.
Yeah, and you do fall backwards because of the force with which you did it, and you land on your ass, and you're holding the book, and it's kind of snapping a bit. You throw it off to the ground, and it just kind of lays inert on the ground when you throw it down.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
So
I think we should go.
there is another door exit out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
Head towards the door and see if there's any like riddles or anything.
Give me a
My
roll.
mother always said that a little knowledge can be dangerous.
Good one.
I assume that's going to be detect, yeah?
Yeah.
So that is a 17 with the +5.
Okay. Right.
Quest Junkies says, remember crying is a free action.
Okay,
Remember that next time.
So
Thank you.
There's no riddles. There's nothing on this door at all. Okay. Opening up the door. Same thing as before. Doing the room. Weird kind of sense of vertigo, and then you come in. Your kind of vision clears, and you find yourself in a very fine drawing room. Okay. It is a collection of beautiful furniture, Shea lawns, there's a pianoforte in one corner, really fine like rosewood, little kind of coffee table type thing, really, really fancy kind of place, you know. And in one corner stands a beautiful mirror on a stand, reflecting out, like showing the reflection of the room. And there's another door.
Ooh, I could get used to this finery, and Gwen just kind of plops down on the chaise lounge.
I know. We should
dramatically.
totally move in, isn't it? It's lovely.
Look at this.
Yeah, if you just remember, the books will try to eat you, and
Yeah.
who knows what else.
So,
bit of an issue.
Are we examining the room? Are we looking around?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can
Tell me more
everybody?
about the mirror.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
going to come to the
you
mirror.
two guys go to the mirror. Give me awareness rolls.
17.
And Justine?
16.
Okay, great. Yeah, with those rolls, what you both notice is like it's a beautiful mirror, very, very nice, and you can see your reflections clearly in it. There's nothing weird, but looking around, and you can see the rest of them. Gwen is reclining, like a lady who's become overcome on the Shea lawns and so forth. But you do spot something. You're like, wait a minute, and you looking again, and you see. There's like a small little side table beside the Shea lawns, actually, where Gwyn is, okay? But when you look in the mirror, you see a small little statue, like a Greco-Roman kind of female figure-like statue, in the mirror, in the reflection of the mirror. But when you look back, there's no statue on the table.
Okay. I would like to try walking back, like I'm still looking in the mirror. Okay, so I'm walking back to the table. If you get me, like if I'm walking back and still looking at myself, I'm going to go to the table. I'm going to hold it in my hand. I'm going to try and pick up the statue, looking at it in the mirror.
Hand passes through. Hand passes through the reflection.
Okay.
Are there any other objects in the room or anything like that?
There's tons, and there's little presses, and it's a fancy ass dining room.
Okay. Justine is just going to go behind the mirror, if that's possible. Is it like a standing mirror? Or is it
on a stand? No, it's standing. It's on a stand.
Are there any writings on the back of it, or anywhere around the mirror, or on the mirror, or?
No, nothing at all.
No. Okay.
Is there another door in this room?
There is another door.
Can I try and do intellect roll? Just if I know something about that type of magic, about mirrors or whatever.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
It sounds like it'd be Twilight if it's a mirror. So you have Twilight. So
I do have Twilight. Yeah, I do have Twilight, and also memory. So maybe I've read something
lore
similar
as well, of course. You get to add your arcane lore.
Not 20, I swear.
Oh my god, look at you.
I'm going to say you
bloody fire. You should be eaten by a bug more often.
You feel with that nat 20 roll, you feel like if you were to replicate the reflection in the mirror, that would be enough to break the enchantment in the room.
So we need to look for the statue.
That would be it.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay. Let's look for the statue.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go look for the statue.
Start
So
pulling drawers apart and stuff, I
yeah.
guess.
So give me some awareness, keen eyes rolls.
Oh, Jesus, 8.
And
Okay.
I'm not in a natural
That I
setting,
do
so
not
I
have.
don't get to re-roll. Which
No,
is like,
you're not.
Amanada
God.
gets a 19.
Total?
I got a
sorry.
natural 20.
Oh, are you serious?
Nice.
Look.
13.
This
I'm
never
smart. My
happened.
vision is not great, okay?
Okay,
Never.
with that nat 20,
8.
you find two things. What you find is in one kind of like glass cabinet off along one of the walls, you see inside this quite fabulous looking horn. It looks like it's a drinking horn, okay? And you see there is like it's got a silver rim on it, but it's got like a piece of leather capped over it, and there's these runes running along the side of it.
It's a word of plenty thingy. Okay, I'm taking it.
Okay,
Yes.
and in another little press down underneath, you find the statue that was in the reflection.
Amazing.
We should put the statue where it shows it stays in the mirror.
Yeah,
So you go and you're like looking in the mirror as you're trying to getting it, and then you get it perfectly lined up and oriented exactly the correct way. And when you do, the door on the other side clicks and opens. And
amazing. Okay.
I think this is a perfect place to pause on the story. We are taking a quick 5-minute break, folks. Okay. Promise we will be back very soon, so don't go anywhere yourselves. We will be back in a minute. Hey folks, and we are back. Thank you for joining us here for Fey Earth, our indie TTRPG set in an alternate 19th century Earth, where all the creatures from folklore and fairy tale are real, have always been real, and live alongside humanity. When last we left our heroes, they were slowly exploring the abandoned, no longer used, home of a goblin artificer who had lived previously in Paris. The rooms of this house seemed to be ever shifting and changing. Standing outside the house, they'd seen it was changing its shape and form in front of their very eyes. So far, each room has had some sort of a trap or puzzle, but in every room so far, they have managed to find some powerful magical items and some wealth in the form of precious gems and so forth. So it's be interesting to see what we find next. And I am now going to roll to determine what we find next. So, the door swings open, and you step through that moment of brief vertigo, and you find yourself standing in what was clearly once a fine bedroom, but is now in a state of disrepair and neglect. Tattered fabrics and an old sunken bed make up the room. There is a chest of drawers to one side and a wardrobe, but the wardrobe is rotted in parts, and the few pieces of fabric or clothing that are inside are clearly moth-eaten. And you see there's an old rug on the ground that's worn away in parts. There's a cracked chamber pot and wash basin in a corner. And beside that, you see a large mirror bordered in aged wood and stretching up from the floor, kind of like a upright stand, not an inclined stand, if you will.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the mirror.
Oh,
Another one.
Can you please give me a resolve roll?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Interesting.
This is what we got that book.
Interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
I have to spend 100 hours reading it, don't
Yes.
I know, but it will be helpful in the future.
I? Oh, thank God. 21, but can I add willpower and make it a 22?
Oh, you most certainly can add willpower and make it a 22.
So that is a 22.
Okay. So when you go up to the mirror, you see your reflection looking back at you. But as you do, you spot that the eyes of your reflection, there's shading under them. They look slightly more gaunt, with a slightly more forlorn look. And you have this overwhelming urge to reach out and touch the mirror, but you manage to stop yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna say, don't go near the mirror.
What do you think it is?
It's a trap of some kind. So I felt compelled to reach toward it, and I assume if I would have been grabbed, perhaps pulled into the mirror or something, or So I think we should not go near the mirror.
Okay. Do you want to do it, folks? Do you want to just search the room? You can still search the rest of the room as well if you want. So give me awareness rolls.
That mirror is giving me Lock and Key vibes. I don't know if anyone has watched it, but
haven't seen it. Haven't seen it.
That is
14.
My awareness doesn't exist, but can
that's
I
a dirty
try?
20.
Oh.
What was that, Justine? Can you what?
Can I try and do like intellect roll and add like arcane lore, memory reading, research, or all that kind of stuff that I've been?
No. You're just trying to find shit. You could try other things to find shit.
No, just to see about the mirror. If I remember anything about.
Oh, for the mirror specifically, yes, you can give me an intellect.
For the mirror.
Arcane lore, yes.
It's like I let people with awareness to look for shit.
Okay, sorry. Okay. So you can certainly do an intellect roll on the mirror.
I'm rolling intellect really well. It was 19. So +4, that's 23. Plus, I don't know, arcane lore?
Yeah.
Another 2, that's like 25.
Yeah, you're pretty sure this mirror is cursed and you shouldn't fucking touch it.
Whoa.
I love that it's in the fucking bedroom. Jesus.
I rolled a dirty 20. Do I find anything?
Yes, you do. With that, you're rolling really great in your awareness tonight, Amanat. I just want to say, you know.
I know. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So what you find...
I'm using different dice.
So what you find actually is looking around, like when you pull up one of the drawers, you see you find a pouch. Okay? And we appear to have lost Christina.
Whoops, we lost Christina.
Oh, she'll be back in a minute. Please excuse the overlay. One of our players just dropped the delight of Dublin broadband connections. Not the best sometimes.
We have really good broadband most of the time. I don't know.
Well, most of us do, except for Pernille, but sometimes Christina has trouble. And now Christina is Justine. But anyway, I'll fix that in a moment, okay? So, you find a pouch. It's a simple, soft leather pouch. And when you open it, there's a shit ton of gold in it.
I am taking that shit.
Okay, and then moving around, you find in another spot, actually in a shelf that was inside the wardrobe, you're rummaging around, and you pull out a little leather box. It's a glasses case. Okay.
I will take. Are there any glasses in there?
When you open it up, you find a very, very, very fine, expensive-looking pair of glasses, except the lenses appear as if to be made of solid silver.
I am taking those too. Can I put those on? Do I? Actually, no. Curse room. Don't want to put anything on right now.
Can I see? Can I?
Yeah, get some
magic or try to figure out.
Of course, you can cast detect magic. How much mana are you spending?
Well, since I'm proficient in arcane, let me see how much mana.
It's your favorite sphere, so it's like costs you less. But what would you be? What would you be spending? Like, what's your mana equivalent?
By 2. When you cast a spell from the sphere, you reduce the mana cost by an amount equal to half of your intellect rounded down. So, all things summed up, I can spend 6 mana, but that would cost me 2.
Okay, yeah, cool. So, an equivalent of 6. These are glasses of true sight.
True sight.
Deadly.
When wearing them. So, by the way, I just need to look. Well, you say you're so excited, but I just need to.
We need to see if
they are very rare.
Yeah,
so they are very
also,
rare.
Madame Gaultier gets first pick, so remember that.
Yeah, true.
So, they're a very rare magical item that is enchanted with the True Sight spell. So when you're wearing them, it's basically the equivalent of having the True Sight spell. What the True Sight spell does is, first of all, it gives you dark sight, so you can see in the dark as if you were Fey touched. Okay. Also, you can see through any weak illusion. You can instantly see through. Okay. If it's an illusion cast by an incredibly powerful spellcaster, or like a really powerful ancient Fey, well, it might not work on that, okay? But weaker illusions you can automatically see through. And even if you can't see through it, you can sometimes detect that you think there might be an illusion there, okay? Now, where are we? You are also able to detect invisible Fey creatures as well as individuals who were invisible due to the invisibility spell or crazy powerful magical invisibility rings. You cannot see the creature clearly, but you see a magical glow where they are located. And finally, you can see the magical glowing outline of entrances leading into Fey mounds and Fey sites, as well as portals into the Fey realm. So that is what the True Sight spell does. And these glasses are the equivalent of having that spell active on you.
That's huge.
Well, I know she'll be getting first pick, but we can still use them now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's use as much of this as we can to survive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can go in and have a mooch around the bedroom and see if she can find anything that might be a personal item of import to the goblin. That
will be a fresh awareness roll.
That is a 6. through Gwyn style. We are single digit rolling tonight.
No. So, but there is a door. You can go out if you wish.
Can we look? Can someone try and wear glasses? I'm not sure if I can because I have the mana receptacle.
I don't think I can.
I'm pretty sure yous are all not, if not fully tapped out, but close to maxed out. Like people would need.
I only have 2 power points. To spare.
People would need to be taking off magic items. So for those,
Sorry.
I was just going to explain to those, we have a bunch of new people viewing the stream tonight. One of the mechanics in Fey Earth is what we call the power point system. It's a very, very simple system. You have a number of power points equal to the character's level, and magic items require power points. Common items are 0, uncommon is 1 power point, rare is 2, very rare is 3, and legendary is 6. So this is a mechanic that basically determines how many magic items of various strengths and powers you can have. We don't have an attunement system like in, for example, the Dragon game. Rather, in our game, you can mix and match. So you could have a lot of very low-level powerful magic items or a small number of really crazy powerful magical items. The only exception to the PowerPoint mechanic is consumables. So enchanted ammo, potions, tinctures, anything that is a consumable does not cost. Okay, so Sylvia, sorry, you had a question.
I was going to say, have I frozen? Sorry.
You're a bit shitty, but it's okay.
It's just the lag. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm watching it on Twitch, which I've never done. I was going to say, can I hand? Oh, if I hand my mana receptacle to like, oh wait, shit, we're all maxed out. Fuck, I can't handle it. Can I stick it into Gwyn's goblin purse for just right now? Pop the glasses on, see what I see.
I'm just saying, I don't have any magical items. So
you do. You have your goblin
actually,
purse.
then
You have the goblin purse and the armor, the bracelet of armor.
Oh shoot, I do. Yeah, sorry.
So you're on. So I think you're on about 4 power points.
Well, then I'll give it to Mina because she has
wiggle room.
I think I have points.
She has 3. She has 3,
I?
so she can take it. So Mina, you wear them.
My rares is shit though. I only have 1.
So you have 2 rare items. So that's you could actually Mina could wear it because we're a 7th level. You've got 3 spare points.
Yeah.
Okay, Mina, what do you see?
So what?
Yeah, put them on. What do I see?
You see a kind of a spooky kind of shimmering kind of on the mirror itself. It's kind of weird. It's got a swirling kind of thing going on. It's just really creepy and unsettling. But beyond that, you do not see anything else.
Cool. Just the mirror is weird, but that's it.
Creepy. Okay.
Well, we knew that already.
Yes.
Don't fucking touch the mirror.
Nope.
So now don't forget, add to your character sheet, Amanada, bag o' gold. You haven't had a chance to count it out yet, but bag o' gold.
Okay.
Bag of bling. Okay. So
if we get out,
Amanada's turning into quite a magpie.
Yeah, cool. So do you go through the door?
Let's go through the door.
So you go through the door. Okay, so
what's the worst that could happen, right?
So you go through the door into a very
the door's not giving me anything.
So what you find is a very, very sorry, apologies. You find yourself in a very, very small room, okay? There is a door on the opposite side, and there are veins of amber running through the wood of this door. All right. You see on a table beside the door, in the door itself, you see there's a series of slots. So not keyholes, but different slots. Okay. And then you also see there is on the table a series of pieces of amber. Okay. Which look to be roughly the same size and shape as the slots. Going over to them, you can see in each piece of amber, there appears to be a specimen of a creature trapped in it. Each piece is slightly different to the other, and it looks like it is the same specimen, in each piece, like the same species, but they look slightly different to each other.
Okay.
So, does my real life degree in animation helps? Do we need to create an animation or what?
I will say that anybody with bushcraft or science could maybe see if they can figure out what's going on here.
Okay,
Okay.
I've got bushcraft.
Okay, go on.
I've got
go on.
science.
I have
So
Yeah.
bushcraft as well.
let's go,
There
sister.
we go.
Let's go.
And that is a 5 + 2. Yes.
Oh, also beside this, there's a big ass ruby.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yoink,
So
in the
with-
goblin
with-
purse.
With science, do I roll intellect?
It's
Yeah.
intellect, yes.
Intellect plus science or bushcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
I roll intellect really well tonight. I rolled 18, so that's +4 intellect, +2 science.
24.
Nice.
So
thank you, because I only got a 13.
yeah, okay. The target number,
She's
the
the one with the
target
brains
number
here.
was high. The target number was a 21, but
Right.
so nonetheless,
Okay.
you can tell what these are is it's actually looks like it's a species of mosquito that you have studied, okay, and you can see what you're actually seeing is specimens at different stages in the life cycle of the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So
So you reckon if you put the amber slots in the correct order based on the life cycle of the creature, that might
do
be
it.
Okay.
Do something.
Let's do
I
it.
do not like that it's a mosquito, and the amber looks too much like fucking blood. But sure, let's go.
Yeah, you know what? Mosquitoes, I'm allergic to them. I've had 2 cellulitis infections this year alone. I
So
don't like
you
They don't
slot
mosquitoes.
with that amazing intellect roll of 24, you've easily figured out this puzzle, and you slot the pieces in the correct order. As the last piece of amber slots in, you hear a clicking sound, and the door swings up.
Hey, love it.
Thank goodness for Justine's brains.
I
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
Okay, tentatively step into the next room.
So-
Do we take the big arse ruby?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Oh,
think
I'm
Gwyn,
not
Yeah.
who was taking it.
I think Gwyn or Amanada, one of them grabbed it.
Gone.
Okay.
In
It's
my
gone.
goblin purse.
So I will tell you all in our chat later on how much the values of each of these different things is. Okay. So you step into a large room, like it's easily like 10 meters across. It's a circular room. Okay, so 10-meter diameter. And it is a beautiful room. There's this massive telescope, and there's a model of the stars as well. Okay. There's it's a modular solar system. And you see
Nice.
planets and moons of the world suspended by large metal rings that are on hinged arms. Okay, there is an inscription on the floor that reads, "Find today to reach tomorrow."
Okay.
Find
Find today. Okay, so what is the date?
Today's date is 1 moment.
23rd of March.
Something like that, yeah.
I thought we were on the 24th.
I
It would
think
be
it was
the
the same
Sunday.
night.
No, it would
No,
be this.
because we got
Sunday.
back.
No, it's the 24th. It's Sunday the
Yeah.
24th,
It's the
Sunday
24th. Okay.
I think.
Okay, so
It could be the 25th season. I'm sure.
Oh, actually, no, it is the 25th. Apologies.
Is it
Yeah,
25th?
no, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so Monday the 25th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Madame Gaultier wouldn't be open on a
She was
Sunday.
on the Sunday night.
Oh, she would, wouldn't she?
Okay, so based on that, would so we're gonna try and find today using
To find today to reach
today
tomorrow.
to reach tomorrow. Okay, so Amanada is just going to look at this kind of like mobile planetary system thing and see if there's any sort of dials that would allow you to input like the date.
No, but you can physically move them.
So
Okay, yeah,
we need
so
to
Start
set
moving
up.
that.
we need to set up the position of the like planets according to today.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, that is far beyond my.
Well, you two brainiacs do that. Mina's gonna go rummage through the room.
I'll join Mina.
Does anybody have astronomy?
No, but Aminata is going to give it a good old shot.
Science
and
intellect, memory,
science.
Justina's science.
Yeah,
so
we have science. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, I'll leave that to Justine.
So,
and I'll
No, you have the inspiration die as well. Remember?
Yes, I do. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, I'll do it, and I'll have Justine coaching me like I'm a toddler.
Perfect. Sounds good.
So,
listen, that's all we got right now, eh?
So, Aminata, you're rolling for what?
Okay, what am I rolling?
Intellect.
First of all. Intellect. Okay, so that is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Because I rolled a 19.
Okay.
And let's maybe try the inspiration die. I don't know.
Do we want to use the inspiration die now?
Well, what else? There's nothing else you really have.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, not just that. There's nothing else that you have that you could.
Okay, so that will be a 25 total.
Okay, you're like.
Can I do something? Can I add some of my something?
Well, 25 is an exceptionally high roll, so you're like, oh, you're not a scholar, but you do sometimes. You're more of a daydreamer, and you do like to sometimes daydream and look at the night sky. And you do actually. You're like, I actually think I know what it should be tonight. My mother told me to stop daydreaming, and look, it's finally paid off. And you, with a bit of help from Justine, you move the various different planetary bodies around and their moons and so forth, and sliding down some comets, and you're slowly working to get the constellation as what it would be in the sky tonight. At the same time that's happening, Gwyn and Mina, you are searching the room, yes?
Yes.
So give me awareness rolls, keen eyes.
16.
Mina?
4.
Can I also?
You can also roll as well, yes.
Oh my God!
What is wrong with their dice?
What?
Got a natural 20.
Are you serious? What's that? Is that like the
lights.
4th or 5th not 20
I
tonight?
did.
This
I
is
can
ridiculous.
take a photo of it right now.
This is ridiculous. Okay, so what you find in one corner? Okay, so in one corner of the room, what you find is tree. Isn't it tree yet? You find 3 small brass balls. They're about 10 centimeters in diameter and decorated with simple engravings on them. Okay? They look magical. You have no idea what they do.
Gotta put them in the goblin purse.
And then
slightly too drunk.
In another section of the room, you find a small bottle made of finely crafted glass wrapped in silver filigree. And the bottle is filled with what looks like ground silver.
Moon dust. Is it? Do you think? Maybe?
I reckon it's moon dust. It's going in the bag anyway. Come on.
Okay.
We're robbing this place blind. Jesus.
Was that not what we're with the plan?
We're repurposing the well.
Totally.
That's what we're doing.
So
repurposing the wealth. There you go. Bring it back into the economy.
As you put the bottle into your goblin purse, Aminata, with Justine's help, finally get the last of the celestial bodies in place. And there, as you do, the room starts to light up as if filled with the light of a starry moonlit night. The constellations glowing themselves, and a beautiful radiance coming off the moons as they come down in a beam that hits the door on the other side, and it swings open.
Yes.
Nice.
Amazing. Well done.
Woo!
I don't know what you did, but it worked.
Aminata is going to give Justine a big squeeze because Aminata is very doubtful they would have been able to do any of this by themselves because they're not smart. They're not intelligent. They are smart though.
We believe in science.
And magic in this house.
Magic is also amazing.
I
but we
totally
believe in
forgot, Neil.
science.
Like, do I see anything with them nice glasses I'm having on?
Actually, no, you don't. You don't see it.
Not in this room.
Like
Cool.
you're kind of like the magic-y stuff is kind of more magic-y, but you're not seeing anything invisible.
Cool.
The shiny
The
is more
magic-y
shiny,
stuff is
basically.
more magic-y. Very good. I love it.
Okay.
That's the technical term.
Yes.
For
Totally.
For our viewers.
So, yeah, the door opens and you come out into what looks to be quite a normal hallway. Very long.
Okay.
It's like over 30 meters long.
How
Okay.
boring. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But
How many rooms?
there's only a door at the other end.
Doors? Okay.
But this is the thing. As you're walking along, you notice there's a kind of a funny, odd tilt to the floor. Okay.
Okay, guys. Am I too drunk, or
I
is
will
this floor
say
tilting?
it's not moving. There's a slight tilt to the floor, and it's kind of a dimly lit hallway. There's lots of shadows along the walls as well. Okay.
What do my glasses? What do I see with my
You
glasses?
can see perfectly fine, but you can give me an awareness roll, Mina. Okay.
Oh God.
Well, anybody can give me an
Roll
awareness roll.
another one or
Yeah,
whatever.
Like dragons, fire.
I did roll another one.
That awareness roll was not great.
Combat rollers. Oh my God, honestly.
So,
Well, we know you're good at hitting stuff.
actually, can I detect
I am good at
for?
hitting stuff, but honest, yeah. I think Mina is slightly too drunk tonight.
Can I detect for traps and secrets?
Sure.
And I realized I was looking at the wrong sheet, so my awareness is actually a +4, not a +2.
Okay.
Can I look through
that is crazy.
Anki?
Okay, so that's
No.
a 23.
Okay, so
Oh wait, sorry. 26.
what you do spot off in one corner, kind of hidden by the shadows, is a small little crystal bottle, like a vial.
Hmm.
And as you pick it up, you see there's a silvery liquid inside it. It almost looks like quicksilver, mercury, inside.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. And can I just have a sniff of this liquid to see if it has a
Don't.
smell?
Does
What?
it have like a lid
It
or
has a
cork?
stopper on it. Has a stopper on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
let me look at it first, and let me see if I can see something with the science, because I think it gives me like a knowledge of chemistry, doesn't it?
It would do, yes.
Yeah. So if it has a stopper, if it's like mercury or quicksilver, maybe better not to sniff it just in case. Like,
Okay.
okay, that was 16. +4 intellect. That's 20. +2 science.
Okay, I'm going to say that's an excellent roll. That it looks
God.
like
You
it
are-
is.
So good.
It moves
You're
around.
tired.
It moves around similar to mercury, but it appears to be more viscous than mercury.
Mhm.
So you don't think it's mercury.
Mhm.
Tasty mercury. Nom, 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 nom.
So, do you continue on through the hallway? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Are we
Is the
pocketing
tilt
that,
increasing, or
or-
is this going to be a like fucking weird topsy turvy type?
Amanada is going to, like, seeing this unsteady floor and knowing that not everybody is going to be super dexterous, they're going to.
I said
put
it's a
on-
very slight
Hey.
tilt. That's all.
Oh, slight tilt.
That's
Slight
all I
tilt.
said.
Oh, okay, cool.
So now you. So
I'm
this is
tipsy, but honestly, I mean, nada.
so.
The cheek.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
I am
get you.
also
That's
tipsy
fine.
in game, so I'd probably be like, "Oh, this
you-
is dangerous territory here."
You get to the door at the other end of the hallway, and opening it, you find yourself coming into what looks to be another laboratory, but it seems bigger. Like, it's weird. Like, it's not like giant size, but it is scaled up from a normal human size, like slightly scaled up. Like
Like all the furniture and stuff.
everything about this room seems like it's maybe, I don't know, like maybe 10, 15, like maybe 15% bigger than it should be.
Okay.
Oh, does the potion make you big?
You didn't drink the potion.
No,
We're
but
not-
if we drink the potion, it'll make us big.
Well, you know, we don't know what it is, so maybe
So,
no.
Please, I don't want to
No.
drink another
Fine.
disgusting potion. Ugh.
as you enter into the room, the door behind you slams shut.
Oh,
Oh,
A opening appears in the ceiling.
I don't
and
like this.
Sand starts to fall down into the room.
Oh, no.
There is a pedestal in the center of the room, and there are 4 keys on it. And there is a door on the opposite side of the room, and there are 4 keyholes in it. So what do
Oh,
you want to do?
keys! I thought you said please. Yeah,
Okay.
I really wish
yeah.
I took lesser blink at this point in time.
Aminata is definitely going to put on the ring now because dexterity will be
This
great.
will not. This does not. As I said before, it doesn't increase your dex. It increases your stealth.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, my stealth.
Mm.
It's an invisibility. It's a
I
ring
have
of
cat's
invisibility. Yes, you have cat's grace, but
do
Yeah,
have cat's grace.
I'll use my cat's grace then.
to do what?
or what?
Well, to try and
To leg it at the table.
yeah.
Well, we all just go over to the table
Okay.
and get the
With
keys.
just casually going to the table with sand pouring down, no alacrity, no.
Well, I mean, I don't. Nobody said
Well, how
casually, but
fast is the sand pouring down?
it's going quick enough. Like you do need to act.
Okay, maybe
yeah,
we
let's
can.
go.
Then let's go
quickly.
to the. Let's go. Go.
Okay,
go,
so
go.
you head up to the door or to the pedestal. Okay, and you're having to like the tallest of you having to reach up to reach for the key. So as I said there's
Well, that's
4,
not me.
there are 4 keys. What are you doing?
I'm
Grab
not
the
going to grab
keys,
a
I
key.
guess.
Okay, so you grab a key.
I'll grab 2, one for me, one for
As
me.
soon as
Sure.
Aminata grabs a key and takes it off the pedestal, and you go to reach, your hand is hit by a barrier. You are not able to grab any of the other keys.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so we have to go in an order. Okay, so let's try the first key.
Okay, Aminata's going to go and try the first key.
Okay, right. You go, and you
Try
stick
and
you
hold
stick
it
it
in.
in you stick it in the first lock. It doesn't fit in. You stick it in the second.
Can I see if the key are the locks all exactly the same and all the keys
They're
all
similar.
exactly?
The keys are different, and the locks are similar but not identical.
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
well I'll
probably
try and
just
see
have
if
to try all
there's
of
like
them.
if they match, if there's any sort of matching pattern.
Okay, that would be. You can give me either. You can give me an awareness roll first, and that will determine the target number for the intellect roll.
I assumed it would just be trial and error, like try it till you get it.
Yeah, you can do that as the room is filling with sand.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, that one was not the best, but with my awareness. So that is a 15.
Okay. Yeah, the keys are kind of similar. You can spot some differences, but
Oh, wait. No, actually, yeah. No, never mind. That wouldn't be helpful. I was like, yeah, with my
Will
lock.
we just
picking.
will we just
my
Yeah,
luck
we
trial
just
and
try
error?
first, second. How
Just
many?
try
6?
it.
This is well, just trial and
Yeah,
error.
we'll just try
Just
them.
trial and error.
okay. Right. Does anybody else want to do anything to assist in this? Any other investigation?
What does my glasses tell me?
Your glasses tell you look really nice in these glasses.
Nothing.
They allow you to
to
see invisible things, you know.
Oh yeah, well, I suppose. Yeah,
So-
there's nothing really funny happening here.
I don't think I can do anything.
If
to
anybody
help.
wants to search the room as well, by all means, can you, Steve? What were you going to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Lesser Bless on Aminata and allow her to search again.
Okay.
So,
yes, Steve?
What I can do, I have greater blink, so I can choose where I land. What I can do while you guys are searching the room, I can grab all those keys and try to like.
You
There's
can't.
a barrier.
Once Aminata took one of the keys,
Okay.
there was a physical barrier, like an invisible barrier that physically was stopping anybody from taking another key.
Is there a reason that like we can't just find the key that works and then move on to the next one?
No, there isn't.
So,
But we just need to
like-
find the key that works. Then Aminata's still trying the keys and the locks, and I
Yeah,
rolled
you do eventually figure out which lock
okay,
the
so
key
we
goes
go on
into.
to the next. We go on
So
to
the
next
barrier,
phase.
but barrier is still there, right?
So once Aminata puts the key into the lock, Justine, if you're at the pedestal, you reach out and you're able to reach in and grab another key.
Okay, so we
Okay.
grab the next key.
Yeah, I grab the next key and let me. How far is the door from the
It's
pedestal?
like 2-3 meters. It's not that far.
Perfect. So you guys go to the door. I'll cast Lesser Blink, and I'll blink myself to the door.
Yeah. Boom.
Okay.
Give the key to Aminata
Okay.
because she's good at finding the right locks.
Mm-hmm.
and I will try those ones. And I know I got that bless from Sylvia. Thank you. And that roll was a 16 with my awareness. That's a 19.
Yeah, you figure out which key it is and you stick it in.
Perfect. I'll cast Lesser Blink again.
Mm-hmm.
Blink myself.
How
into
high
the
is the
pedestal.
sand at this stage?
The sand is beginning to fill up, and you actually think the only reason that like to the point whereby it's getting up past your knees, it is making it difficult to move.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
But Justine is casting the blink teleportation spell,
Okay.
so she's able to move easily. But the rest of you would be you'd be having to give me fortitude checks, or your movement would be halved if you're trying to get through the sand at this point. So you grab another key, you give it to Aminata.
Yep.
Aminata.
We
That
should
is
all head to the door.
16.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
you do
was gonna
eventually
say I make
figure
my
out.
way to the door.
And then, so Justine, you blink back to the pedestal with the last key. You blink and give it to Aminata. You put it in the lock. That was all 4 keys now.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think we should try and unlock at the same time. No.
Yes. Good idea. Okay.
I'm just
everybody
trying to
grab a key.
calculate how many books I've done to detract this
You've done-
atrocious
you've
amount
done-
of
You
mana
did three.
from.
Three.
We did 3 blinks.
So, okay.
Perfect. Okay. It's not
So we all grab a key.
At this stage, well, anybody. So, the rest of you, give me fortitude rolls as you are wading through. The sand is now above your waists.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I made it to the door earlier.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh my god. You're
Do
not.
I need to roll?
You're actually not going to believe this.
What?
Another
I
20.
rolled another one.
What the fuck?
So, Sylvia, you're making your way. All right. Gwyn, what did you roll?
outrageous.
What did you roll, Gwyn?
A 9 and 1, 10.
You are really struggling.
Yeah.
So, Sylvia, you're pushing your way through. Your stalwart Prussian, stubbornness allowing, and you see Gwyn is struggling. She's struggling to actually get there.
Yeah, I didn't do much better either. I rolled a 10 as well. Like,
Oh.
or I got a 10 in
Mina
total.
is struggling more because Mina was already short, and it's like past her waist.
Yeah.
Okay, can I cast
do I need
lesser?
to do a
I'd like to
fortitude?
cast lesser bless on both.
Yeah, or there's other spells you can cast.
Mina and Gwen just reaches out for Mina's hand. So we're at least going down together.
Can I blink with someone?
You can.
You can't
No,
blink.
you.
Less
Um,
blink.
You.
Lesser blink? No.
So you can cast blink on someone.
Okay, can I?
Yeah, so you could blink
Yes.
somebody. You can't. So you can't cast blink and bring someone with you. You can cast blink on another person.
Let's try. Who's by the door right now?
I'm by the door.
Aminata is, and Sylvia is making her way to the door. She's strong
So-
and stubborn.
Myself, Aminata, Sylvia. Where is
What?
Feyruz?
Oh, I forgot about Fairies. I'll roll for Fairies.
Hello.
Sorry. Oh, she is struggling as well.
Oh no.
I only rolled a 5. She's actually also struggling. So Mina, Gwyn, and Feiruz
Feyruz.
are pushing through the sand, but it is filling up.
Does she not have a blink? Because she's she did some
I
like
think
Sphere of
Feyruz
Twilight.
did have blink,
Um,
unless I'm misremembering.
No, she had a shadow cloak, something
Yeah,
like
she
that.
did.
Yeah.
but she did not have.
Doesn't help her here, like, yeah.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna turn I could turn somebody into an animal so they could.
Or you could turn yourself into an animal as well.
Okay,
yeah,
who's the
I mean,
closest to us?
But I'm just wondering what I could turn into that would help.
So, well,
what I suggest, I could blink someone who's the closest to the door at the door to help us open, and then I'll blink everyone else.
Okay, yeah, sure, whichever. It doesn't matter. Like, the range of the spell is 10 meters.
Okay.
Who's struggling the most?
Ferus.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Great Blink on Ferus and blink her over to us so that she could help us with the door.
Okay, right. So, yeah, so you blink her over, and then all four of you are at the door, and at the same time...
What? Twist.
And you all turn your keys at the exact same time, and the door swings open. Gwyn and Mina, the sand is now getting up their chests.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Probably really at the neck because
Aminata is going to throw themselves to the door and grab Feyruz as they do.
Well, Feyruz is standing beside you. You guys are at the door.
Yeah, we're grand. Actually, never mind.
So
when the door opens, doesn't the sound go in with kind of?
No.
Magic house.
Okay, great stuff.
The room is filling with sound.
So I'm going to cast Greater Blink on Gwyn and Mina.
Okay. You cast Greater Blink on Gwyn and Mina, and they jump and they get beside you. Okay. Yeah. And you go through the door, and as you step through the door, you feel that shimmering kind of moment of vertigo as you find yourselves stepping out onto the porch at the front of the house. Oh. And you hear a little giggling laugh as a voice says, "Well done. You've gotten further than most. That was fun." And the door slams shut behind you.
Okay. I think he is still in that house. Just,
wow,
living his best life and tricking people. But, I think we came out of it quite well.
He let us keep all of the items. I didn't ask for them back, so I suppose they're ours.
Yeah.
Aminata is going to be a bit crestfallen because they reacted too quickly by grabbing one of those keys that they didn't have a proper chance to look through the room to see if they could find the fucking sword.
No, you did not search the room.
Yeah, okay.
You did not search the last room.
Well, there was sand.
Look,
Mina is gonna be like, there is sand in my wine glass.
Maybe
you mean my wine glass, Mina?
So,
yeah, sorry, but I brought it out again. So see, I brought it for the whole house.
Wealth. Marxist Catholic Mina.
Sylvia's gonna take out her head flask and just take a swig of that fucking Jesus Christ.
You all start walking down the garden path out of the estate. As you do, the rose briars move up, but whereas before they were attacking you as you move towards the house, this time they're watching you. It's like you actually feel like the flowers are actually watching you as you leave, hoping to grab a cab to get back to Aminata's house and maybe spend some time examining these items that you found, see what treasures you now have, magical and mundane, and what you might trade with Madame Joséphine Gaultier, the wonderfully...
What color are the roses?
They're red.
They're red.
Obviously.
Painted the roses red.
So,
hey, they could have been
having gotten through without dying and only mildly traumatized, thank you all. I think this is a perfect place to pause in our story.
What you mean mildly traumatized? Emotionally betrayed and completely crestfallen.
Betrayal. I feel for Justine, I really do.
So, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for all the people who joined us in chat for the first time today. We really hope you enjoyed our stream. We are here every Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. You can find our stuff. We had links in the chat. If you go over to Itch.io page, fey-earth.itch.io, you'll find a bunch of stuff. As I also said in chat, we do have a Kickstarter launching in March. We really love your support. And we have a Discord server that we've literally just this week started up, creating a really fun TTRPG community, talking about nerdy stuff with a bit of there is a bit of a folklore mythology slant because obviously it's us. But yes, so thank you, as I said, so much for joining us. It was a really fun session, and we look forward to seeing you again next week, same bad time, same bad channel. Good night, all.
Bye.
Bye.